We're going to be making Jesus family tree today. Let's get started. First, I'm going to grab my toilet paper roll and I will use my pencil to draw a short line from the top, one on the one side and then another one on the opposite side. So I make sure it's on the opposite side because we will be putting in the leaves and in the slits right there. And then I'm going to cut that little line there. And I'm going to put it aside for now. Next, I'm going to draw a big top part of the tree using a green paper. So you can see that I'm using kind of like a cloud shape, and I'm going to cut this out. Once it's been cut out, I will put this on the side because I will use another green sheet to create more leaves, more three-dimensional leaf. That was a 2D one. Now I'm going to make some 3D ones. So first I'm going to fold it in half along the long edges, and then I'm going to draw a line in the center a little bit lower from the fold there. And you'll see why very soon. Because I'm going to be cutting around like a 1 finger width all the way to the line that I just drew. I don't want to cut it all through yet. The reason is because I want to be able to cut all the little strips of green all at once. So once I have done that, I'm going to cut along the line so that I can be making 2 leaves in 1 cut, basically. After that, I have all the materials for making the tree. So first I'm going to put the green large 2D leaves into the tree trunk, which is our toilet paper roll, into that 2 slits that we cut. And then I will use this long rectangle and make a little loop and glue it onto the base of the leaf. You can see this is a slower attempt where I'm using glue stick and then putting glue onto the large paper and then making loops. But it's actually harder because it will jump back right into a flat piece of paper. So after I have done around 15 of them, I realized that this is so difficult, and I use another way. So as you can see, it's very hard for me to glue the loop onto the 2D base. So instead, I'm making a lot of loop first. So I'm just using glue stick and make a bunch of loop. And after I make the loop, I can just glue the loop back onto the base, and that makes it much more stronger, and the glue has time to dry, and then it won't come back off easily. So after I finish one side, I will do the opposite side. And instead of using glue stick, I use white glue instead. So I just use some school craft white glue and just drop onto there. As you can see, just a drop, and then you can just put it in and let it stay there. It needs time to dry. It needs at least 15 minutes to be completely dry. And when you're using the white glue, please be careful not to use too much. You really just need 1 tiny drop and it will stick to the base. Next, I'm going to grab a line paper, and then I'm going to write all the names from Jesus all the way to Adam. And Bible already lists out all the names in Luke chapter 3. So you can copy from the Bible all the names down, or if you like, you can do the shorter version, which is in Matthew. The chapter of Matthew has a shorter version as well. And once you have done that, you can cut out all the names out into small little piece of paper. So I will cut out the side first. To save a little bit of time, I like to fold it again, just like how I did the leaf. So I'm going to fold it into 3 folds because I have 3 columns in here, and I have to make sure they align perfectly. But because I'm using a line paper, all I have to do is make sure when I fold it is perfectly square, so that all the lines should be aligned perfectly. Once we have cut all the names, we're ready to glue all the names onto our tree now. But the tree, I like to make it a little bit more advanced or a little bit more interesting, so this is optional. So I'm just going to cut out a tiny triangle on both sides to create more like a branching out. Again, I'm going to be using the school white glue so that it's a little bit faster and just need one drop. And because I have so many names on the list here, so I will use 2 or 3 names on one loop, one leaf. And of course, on the opposite side, we're gonna do the same thing. So we're going to be gluing all the names on both sides. We don't have to glue all the names on one side. And on the opposite side, I realized I need to make them smaller, otherwise I wouldn't have enough room to put all the names. So I made the names a little bit smaller, and then some leaf I even put 4 names on one leaf, on one loop. And once it's finished, it's really interesting. I really like my family tree. It's not my family tree, but it's Jesus' family tree. But this is how it looked like when it's done. I hope you enjoyed this little craft, and I'll see you next time.